Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Kingdom Come Deliverance, Blind. I am still in the monastery and I'm supposed to meet Yotkin before midnight in the gardens, because we're supposed to procure some wine for the circators. So let's wake up and go there. I'm still relatively rested, so I should be able to go through the day without the need to go back to sleep, which would give me a lot of time to sneak around. But first things first, let's go meet with Yotkin before he changes his mind about what we're supposed to be doing. Huh, that's a very bright night today.
What is it, brother?
Here I am.
You're late, but perhaps we can still make it. Once we're outside, we'll need to be careful, and we'll need to be quick. If we're not back before sunrise, someone will realize we've gone, and there'll be hell to pay.
Where exactly are we going for the wine?
Next to the monastery is the house of the custodian, a baron who provides military protection to the monastery. We'll take the wine from him.
What particular wine are the cicadas after?
They want some Znymor wine, but there's no way we'll be able to tell what's what. We'll just grab a cask and head off. I doubt the custodian would have anything of poor quality in his cellar.
The brothers will complain.
They'll complain even more if they've nothing to drink at all.
How do we do that once we're there? Will we need to break into the custodian's cellar?
We needn't break in anywhere. It's on the ground floor and usually unlocked. It holds supplies for the whole craftsman's yard, and every now and again, someone comes in to fetch something. The only thing we have to make sure is that nobody sees us.
Why go to all that trouble? Aren't the monastery wine cellars full?
They are, but Brother Cellarius keeps records of all the casks, and the prior checks them. They'd investigate if any went missing. Whereas, if someone outside loses the odd cask, they're not going to suspect us monks.
That does sound reasonable. I'm ready. We can head off.
All right. You have the outside keys, so get unlocking.
Okay. But first, let me maybe open the door, get the wine. Yeah, mark that, because if I do that, it's going to be easier to identify which of the rooms in the custodian's quarters is the correct room, because obviously it will appear on the map itself. Where are you going? Isn't the exit through the church? I guess there's like a side exit?
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Okay. Oh, indeed, it is a side exit. Well, are you coming?
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
What now? Okay, I think he might be bugged. I'm pretty sure he was not supposed to get back in. Are you coming? Are you even needed? Like, what are you doing? Hello?
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Well, I would desire you to do something sensible. You know what? I'll just venture out on my own and try to steal it. Like he described it as a pretty straightforward task. I'm supposed to just grab the first thing, you know, first casket of wine I come across. And obviously it's probably going to be marked on my map, but it's weird. What was even his role in this if he didn't come with me?
Who's there?
Like, what's the point of his presence if he doesn't actually even go with me or provide any worthwhile help? It makes no sense to me. Like, what's his point? Does he just want the credit for acquiring the casket of wine, which is kind of a dick move, seeing how I'm doing all the work and also taking all of the risk. What time is it? Okay, it's midnight. I need to be at morning prayer at 4, so that should leave me some time. Oh, no, don't close it. That should leave me some time. Okay, it's somewhere over here, but I'm afraid to use a torch. Casket of wine for the circuitors. Okay. Okay, that should leave me some time to maybe wander around to getting the forbidden books, which is the Avicenna book on medicine for Brother Nelvas, I think. And then there's also the Necronomicon, which I need for the side quest with the exorcism. But what is Yodox or Yodkin? Yodok, I think. What is his role in this side quest even? Like, what's the point of his involvement? He has done exactly nothing to be useful in this. In fact, his involvement has directly increased the risk, because there were two of us wandering the corridors at night, so we would be easier to spot. And he has provided no worthwhile help whatsoever. To be honest, not even, you can drop the worthwhile. He has provided no help whatsoever, period. So, like, I don't know, is it a bug that he didn't follow me? He initially seems like he would have, but then he turned back. Like, where is he? Are you somewhere over here? No. Okay, I'll go to the cellar and give the wine to the circuitors, because that was the objective in the first place, right? And I think it's actually still an objective within my quest log. So, but I don't understand what's Yodkin's deal? Yodkin? Whatever his name exactly is, I keep forgetting, because I'm pretty tired.
Abbot Peter's health is deteriorating. They say he won't make it to the autumn.
No, Peter has a strong constitution. He'll still be on this earth for many years to come.
I wish all good health upon him. But I want change, and only a new abbot can bring that.
Waiting pays off. There's no hurry.
What are they doing up? Were they the circuitors? Usually at this hour, I imagine they would still be drinking. I'll go and see. Okay, so it's like the solitary, I guess, because there's a place to sleep and a bowl. So I guess that's where they throw me when I break enough rules, which might yet happen. Yeah, they are here.
What's there left to drink to?
To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless cellars.
You and your novices, you old pervert. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink to that. So, to John, the future abbot, and a pox on Nevlis.
And Killjoy? He'd love to have us all under his thumb. Fat chance.
Don't worry. Those youngsters will wise up once they hear all about him.
Will they believe it?
Even if just 2 or 3 of them do, it'll help us. So, to Abbot John.
To Abbot John.
They have nothing to say about the fact
Gregor, talk to me.
that I brought the wine?
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Okay, this is pretty weird. Really no comment.
What is it, brother?
Let's drink.
That's the idea. And what should we drink to?
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot it is. But wait a minute, lad. Which one?
To Abbot John.
That's more like it.
Okay, that's pretty weird that they didn't even comment on it.
Down the hatch.
Every gulpet shriek.
Not exactly sure what the point was if they didn't even comment.
Dry all day. Why doesn't Yodak drink with us anyway?
He's young, and he wants to look good in front of the others. And he doesn't trust us to give him the same harm as he got to make him
Okay, so that's yet another exit from the monastery, which might be useful for the ending of the quest. But for now, I still have some time before the morning mass, so I will go to the library and try to steal the forbidden books from there. It was like near the refectory there were stairs. Whoa! I actually got scared.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Yeah, right. That's my point.
Probably the same as you. I want to be able to read in peace and quiet. And not just the books they make us read.
What exactly do you read here?
Well, I'd be interested to find the unofficial biography of Saint Procopius. But there probably is no such thing. To be honest, I was expecting some entertaining reading, but it's just the same old stuffy nonsense. But if that locked cabinet there with all the forbidden books was open, that would be a different story. Until recently it was still unlocked, but after something vanished, they've kept it locked tight.
Maybe I could get inside.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'd love to pore over some of those tomes. We'd be in it together, up to our ears in it. What do you say?
We'll see what I can do.
Actually,
What is it, brother?
could you tell me more about that stash of yours?
I'm still curious about this treasure trove of yours.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
Under the slab, but under the slab where? I have to follow him probably during the one of the prayers to see where he goes instead?
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been. So I hid it to read later. It's the Necronomicon. Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's written in a strange language that I can't really make sense of. All bara this and bara that. Who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words backwards, but nothing. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Oh, I'm not too sure what the Prior or the Cicada would say about a book like that. Actually, what anyone would say. It sounds quite prohibited.
Ah, prejudice. But you're right, it is prohibited. For no good reason, though. Has knowledge ever done anybody any harm?
Okay, so that's doubly the reason to look for the stash, because I do actually need the Necronomicon myself for a side quest.
You're right. Knowledge should never be prohibited.
Oh, I'm glad you agree. Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll be able to make some sense of it. I haven't grasped a single syllable. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Our brothers' minds are closed to a thirst for knowledge.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
Okay, but I still don't know where it is. He said he keeps it under a slab, which means a stone, right? But where? Like, where exactly? Anyway, the forbidden books are in here.
Treasures of forbidden learning in my reach.
But where are the books? Like, I thought this would be a container. But it just says close. Oh, Necronomicon 1. So I guess he has the other part? That's interesting. Because I assume I need both, right? Avicenna. Okay, the game actually crashed, which hasn't happened for a really long time, but it crashed to desktop, so I have to redo everything, unfortunately. I will speed it up mostly, and I'll denote it clearly in the timestamp, but maybe Yodok will not bug himself, because I'm pretty sure he was bugged. Like, he clearly went out of the cloister, and then went back for whatever reason.
Wonderful. Now you have to be quick. Go, and don't let anyone see you or there'll be trouble.
Okay, so he is... he was bugged before. He did speak up this time.
Wait, what do you mean I have to be quick? Aren't we going together?
You know, it's better if I stay here. One fellow attracts half the attention of two. Just go.
Okay, so, to be honest, everything I said about him still stands. He's literally useless, but I'll go alone.
Very well.
Wonderful. Hey, good luck, Gregor. I'll wait here for you.
It actually is literally safer if I go alone, especially because now I already know it's an easy task. I wonder if the Circators will say something, because with them it also seemed as if they were bugged. Like they were in the middle of one of those random conversations, and then I just put it down on the table and nobody said anything, which was kind of weird.
Brother, stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian, and certainly as a monk. Even if I wanted to forgive you, I couldn't. Thou shalt not steal.
What? I have not stolen anything.
Very well, brother. I accept my punishment.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything that's not allowed in the monastery.
Well, to be honest, okay, I've stolen plenty of things, so I guess I am going to be sent to solitary. I wonder if I can still give them the wine after that. And I wonder what sort of comes out of it. Like, will I be able to continue the rest of the quests after I get out? Okay, so it's time for the morning prayer, which I should take a look where Yodkin goes instead of the church, because that's where his stash is, right? Yodok. No, not Yodok. Siskin. Siskin. Where did he go? Antonius Siskin. Okay, he does go down with the rest of them, so I guess he must... Maybe he reads during the evening prayers, or he like walks out in the middle of it. I'll have to sort of keep that in mind and try to look at him. Do I still have the wine? I do, so I can give it to them. Oh, he's waiting for the rest of them to leave. Interesting. Oh, no. Maybe? Okay, he's kind of... He turns back. Okay, I will follow him. Because I want that Necronomicon book, which, to be honest, in this save, because the game crashed and I didn't reach him again, so we didn't talk about it before now. Groschen?
What do you want here? That stuff's mine. Well, I suppose you found it now anyway. It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, At other times, I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been. So I hid it to read later. It's the Necronomicon. Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's written in a strange language that I can't really make sense of. All bara this and bara that. Who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words backwards, but nothing. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Oh. I'm not too sure what the Prior or the Cicada would say about a book like that. Actually, what anyone would say. It sounds quite... prohibited.
Prejudice. But you're right, it is prohibited. For no good reason, though. Has knowledge ever done anybody any harm?
You're right. Knowledge should never be prohibited.
Oh, I'm glad you agree. Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll be able to make some sense of it. I haven't grasped a single syllable. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Our brothers' minds are closed to a thirst for knowledge.
There's a lot of coin in the stash. You have to admit it looks suspicious.
I admit it might look that way. But if I tell you what I'm hiding from everybody, I think you'll understand why. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
Yeah, what about the dagger? Pius was supposed to have a dagger, right? I think the bandits told me about it when I asked what he looked like. So is he Pius then?
What about the dagger?
That's a memento of better times. Father gave me that when I was a little lad. And it's done right by me more than once, when I got drunk somewhere with the wrong sort of people.
Do you know how to fight?
And how? Boozing and brawling. God, how I miss that here.
That's all I wanted to know.
Please, keep it to yourself. Especially the part about the coin.
But where's the book? Like, you told me...
What do you want here? That stuff's mine. Well, I suppose you found it now.
You told me... Well, you yourself told me to check out the book, so what are you talking about? And second of all, also...
What's this? Someone's been poking around in here.
You don't have a lockpick. Oh, because they confiscated those. That's a problem, actually. That's quite a problem. Is there a... Okay, so where's the book? Where's the Necronomicon book? Okay, I am thoroughly confused about everything. And also, the fact that I don't have any lockpicks, I will have to make more potions during the alchemy class today. And I'll sell those to brother Cellarius in exchange for more lockpicks, because they've taken those as part of the search that they conducted when they threw me into solitary. Which is annoying, because I can't accomplish much without lockpicks. To be honest, I can barely accomplish anything.
Salve, Domine.
Be well.
Okay, I guess I have to... it has destroyed my plan of the day a little bit, because obviously the alchemy assignment is after breakfast, and then I'm not even sure where Brother Cellarius spends most of his time. Okay, I think I can just wait, right? Yeah, it has kind of thrown a wrench into sort of my schedule. Eat with the others, yeah.
Brother, where were you during Mass? Don't tell me you didn't know that Holy Mass is the foundation on which your life here is built.
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Really? I'll pretend nothing happened, but this is the last time, brother.
It should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for forced jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation...
So, at what time is the alchemy
the rule of
practice?
Saint Benedict,
8 a.m.
leading
So, in 2 hours, basically.
enemy of the soul. Therefore, the brethren should be occupied at certain times in manual labor, and again at fixed hours in sacred reading. To that end, we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows.
Okay, I don't have really anything else to do, so I'll just skip the time. Why do I have nourishment 114? To be honest, that would mean I have overeaten.
I'm not to overburden them or drive them away with excessive toil. Their weakness must be taken into consideration by the abbot.
Okay, so what do I have to work on today? And where even is Nevlas? I guess he's coming? Maybe? Oh, he's right here.
What would you like?
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. Concoct 2 buck's blood potions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
I don't think I made those before, so I have to actually do them manually, right? Wait, but I don't even know the recipe, do I? Oh, okay, it's here. But I can't auto-brew it. So, oil, and then grind the St. John's wort. boil for 1 turn with comfrey, and dandelions last. Okay, so grind. First of all, it's based on oil. And I'm supposed to grind this. And then add comfrey and boil for 1 turn, and dandelions last. Okay, I'll auto-brew more of those. Generally, I'll just auto-brew more potions to sell to... what's his name? In exchange for lockpicks, because obviously they've confiscated my lockpicks.
What is it, brother?
I've finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
Okay, now the next thing is at noon, right? Which is like the midday mass, I think? And yeah, no, work at the library. Okay. But I would very much like to rendezvous with brother Cellarius before that, but I don't quite know where he is. Like, would he still be... at the refectory? Okay, it's... Damn it, it's a little too risky, but if I don't get to him, I won't be able to accomplish anything during the night. I guess I will meet him at the evening mass, right? So I guess I'll just wait until noon. Because noon is the next time on the... Right? Work at the frattery. Noon, work in the library. Yeah, let's do that. It's like the safest course of action.
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you.
Okay, to be honest, I can't read that for shit. Like, it's mostly guesswork for me. Whenever, like, most of the sentence are Latin words I recognize, or like at least that I find plausible as far as Latin declension, the Latin grammar generally goes, I'm going to choose that because I can't read that. Like, come on.
My boy, what have you done? This is a disaster.
Okay, so I guess I wasn't right this time.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
At what time is the... okay, 4 p.m. afternoon worship. I'll just skip time until that moment. So not much else I have to do. And after the afternoon worship, I will try talking with Brother Cellarius and buying lockpicks for the evening. Actually, if he's here, maybe we can talk quickly before the mass begins. But I don't see him. What's next on the itinerary? After that, free time before retiring. No, supper. Okay, he should be at supper for sure. Cellarius doing the whole day? I have never seen him at Mass, which is, you have to admit, quite suspicious. What is my daily schedule then? Eat with the others, okay.
By his deeds even more than by his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples. Divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but, since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear. Remembering the fate of Heli.
Aha, Gregor. Talk to me.
Well disposed in those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard.
I'm looking for something a little unorthodox.
And what would that be exactly?
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lockpicks? And what would you like those for?
Wait, something's wrong. I've already bought some from him, and there was an option to like trade. Is it all reset because I've been in solitary? But that's kind of weird.
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
Yeah, he still has the potions and the food I sold him before, so that's definitely weird. Okay, I have plenty of stuff to sell, so might as well just buy... Although, I want to buy all of the lockpicks he has, because if I get caught again, then they are going to get confiscated again. So obviously, it's probably safer if I leave him some to trade with me later.
Conversation, we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was...
I need to check Siskin's stash afterwards, where he's not reading from it, because he said that the Necronomicon book is supposed to be in there, but when I looked in there, there was nothing but the gold and the dagger, which the dagger itself is kind of suspicious, because I seem to remember, like vaguely remember, that the bandits might have told me something about Pius owning a dagger.
In another place, death and life are in the power
which would point to Siskin being pious.
The disciples' part is to be silent and to listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth.
Okay, I can just skip the time for half an hour. Go to bed. Well, I don't need to yet. Because obviously the curfew is at 9 PM. So I should have quite enough time to do some other things, such as... But I will check if anyone is in the quarters. I guess Antonius is going there, which is not great. So I wanted to... I wanted to check out everyone's chests and check out Yodkin's Yodox? I'm not sure why am I calling him Yodkin. I wanted to check out his stash, but if there are people in here, then obviously that's probably not the best moment.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Praise be indeed. Indeed. There's quite a few people around here.
Domini.
Is that a boot? What? What does that imply? Someone running in a hurry? With his boot like improperly put on? Okay, here's the stash, but obviously it's unwise to open it. You know, while the others are watching. Oh, you know what? It might not be such a bad idea to go to bed and sleep until like, I don't know, 11 PM. Everyone else should be asleep by then, so I'll have a chance to sneak around, because I have the lockpicks, which is like the main thing. Okay, so first things first, let me go and check the stash. Mostly interested in the book. Okay, there's nothing here. He took it all because he saw me. Damn it. Okay. I'm kind of annoyed. I wonder if the first volume of the Necronomicon will be enough to finish the exorcism quest, because volume 1 is actually in the library. Page torn from a book. Okay, I am looking for those. Okay, this is hard. Which...
What do we have here? A nice sharp dagger. Now what would a monk need that for?
Okay, so I guess this is the dagger that signifies whoever pious is, because Henry specifically commented on that, but there's no novice sleeping next to it though, so I guess the closest one is Yodok, but that's kind of a stretch. Okay, I'll go to the cellar and give the wine to the circators, and then I should also have some time for other things. But to be honest, I'm a bit confused. First of all, about the stash. Will Siskin ever return those things in there, and will the Necronomicon ever be there? And second of all, what's up with, because the other dagger was actually like a special item. It was an ornamented dagger. I would much rather think that was signifying whoever pious is, but Henry didn't comment on it at all, whereas he did comment.
Don't remind me. Hey, you're a fine fellow. Show us what you've been hiding.
Turnipy nose with just the slightest hint of rat droppings. Not too lardy like the last one. Nice sharp elbows. It's not Olomouc, nor Znoimo either. But as John says, drinkable enough. Thank you, brothers. And now sit down and share a cup with us.
Okay, do we have anything new to say though? Because if not, what was even the point?
What would you like?
Of this errand?
Gregor, talk to me.
It seems not much. Now, there's still the issue of the abbot. Like, to be honest, I don't have much of a horse in this race. Obviously, I'm not a true novice. But if I were to choose between supporting Nevlas and supporting John, I think I will support Nevlas, because if taken at face value, he's what's the word, plan to try and help the abbot by using the book written by Avicenna is kind of nice, but also potentially suspicious, because as I said, I sometimes think he might actually be planning on poisoning him instead. But regardless, the main thing that annoys me about John specifically is that he very much seems like a, rules for thee but not for me kind of guy, which is one of the most infuriating things ever, because obviously he spends his whole night drinking and playing dice in the basement, but then he also complains about the novices, like being, not respectful or whatever. So I think I will support Nevlas just to spite John, because that's doubly annoying, because John is a circator, so he's tasked with keeping order.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Well, probably the same as you. I want to be able to read in peace and quiet, and not just the books they make us read.
Ah, I see. Well then, I'll just concentrate on what I'm doing and pretend you're not here. You do the same.
As you wish. And if I could recommend some good reading to you, you'll find it in that locked cabinet. It's full of forbidden books. Until recently, it was still unlocked. But after something vanished, they've kept it locked tight.
Maybe I could get inside.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'd love to pore over some of those tomes. We'd be in it together, up to our ears in it. What do you say?
We'll see what I can do.
Yeah, so John is supposed to be a circuiter, you know, minding the rule violations and all that, and all the time he's violating all the rules. So I think I will support Nevelas just to spite John. I could have sworn there was like another chest somewhere over here. Well, first things first, let me open that. And hopefully the game won't crash again. If it does, I'm going to be rather annoyed. Okay, so Avicenna.
Ah, this looks like the Saracen language. Ibn al-Hassan. That's who I'm looking for. Avicenna.
And Necronomicon 1.
Imagine these men could have been burned at the stake just for writing these books. Many were, I'm sure. It's mostly Latin, that's not much use. But what about this one? Magical potions for conjuring diverse apparitions. I'll take it.
Hey, you better leave that here.
What are you so afraid of? No one will notice if 1 or 2 books are missing. This one looks interesting. A sorcerer's potion for rematerializing the body physical in other realms and for conversing with spirits of all manner therein. Oh, I have to try it out. I'll remember the recipe and prepare it later.
Okay, let's close it. And there's also a door here, which might be worth checking out. After all, it's still relatively early. Okay, I'm trespassing. Trespassing where exactly? Oh, for sure somewhere I shouldn't be in, but...
Shouldn't you be getting your rest and not wandering about like a ghost?
Oh damn it, that's the prior. I'm screwed. I have... No! Okay, I'm like super screwed. I have broken into the prior's chambers. Okay, I don't really know what to do, and like there's no bullshitting my way out of this. Also, I have forbidden books on me, so overall, that's like, I'm screwed. I'm like super screwed, and I didn't know what to do about it. I totally didn't even see his bed. That's why I was so cavalier, because I was pretty sure that's an empty room.
Oh.
But surely they can't let me get away with this? Well, before they punish me, let me take a look at that. The Book of Healing by the Persian philosopher Ali al-Hussein Ibn, called Avicenna. Okay, obviously I can't read that, because it's written in Arabic, I guess. And then there is Necronomicon 1, a book of incantations to invoke demons, written in a cryptic language, which is like full of some diagrams or whatever. But for sure I'm screwed, right? For sure they can't let this go. I'll sleep until the morning and see, I guess. But I guess I also go and check Siskin's stash again, but I think it's empty now because he took all of the things after he saw me nosing around. I really wanted the other Necronomicon book, so, but that's the least of my worries as of now. Like, I've literally broken into the prior's office and he saw it, so like, I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but it's probably going to be nothing good for me. Okay, so I guess it's not time for the morning prayer yet, but clearly they can't let me get away with breaking into the prior's office, so I'm not sure, like, at what point are they going to stop me? At what point someone is going to say something? Like, it's pretty weird in itself that the prior didn't say anything, apart from the fact that I should be in my bed, which, you know, is a pretty understated reaction to somebody being in your own chambers at like 4 AM. So overall, like, I congratulate him on his restraint, but I'm still sort of nerve-wracked about, you know, what might happen with regards to that. Apparently he has nothing to say about it for the time being, but like, that's very weird. At what hour is breakfast again? 6? Yeah.
Brother, You were somewhere you shouldn't have been. Don't you know your place? Don't you know where you're permitted to enter and where your presence is forbidden?
Okay, is it another solitary? Or...
Very well, brother. I accept my punishment.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything that's not allowed in the monastery.
So he took my books as well, right? Will they put it in the same place? Will I be able to take them out again? From the very same what's his name? Very same cabinet the next night. Obviously I need to first I need to brew more potions to then at breakfast sell them to, what's his name, Brother Cellarius, for more lockpicks. But overall, as far as, you know, I've snuck into the prior's office, like his chambers, which that's a pretty lenient punishment, like a day of solitary for something like that. I was pretty sure they're going to like kick me out or something. Go to bed? What are you talking about? Go to church, yeah, that's more like it. Do I still have... Okay, I still have the books. Did I stuff them in my butt or whatever? Like, that's kind of stupid, to be honest, that they didn't confiscate those. Not that I'm, like, super complaining, because obviously it makes my life infinitely easier. But that's a little bit unrealistic, you know. More than a little bit, actually. But this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to pause it here and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.